Hello, welcome to Fountain Pen World with another video. Thanks for joining in. And well, this video is intended to speak about my latest video where I reviewed this wonderful Hongdian WA35. And I did a nib swap. So first of all, nothing wrong with the Hongdian. Absolutely not. This pen is fabulous. And when I made the review, I also made a nib swap to this nib, which I recently bought from Kanwrite in India. Maybe we can make it a little bit better to see. No, without light. It's a titanium flex nib. So the difference, they are offering two different flex types, ultra flex and flex. The difference between flex and ultra flex, of course, is the shape and the cut of each individual nib, and also the flex nibs are coming with a plastic feed, as you can see here. I hope you can see it. It's a plastic feed, and this is the Ultra Flex version. Focus, oh, focus, please, come on. No, it doesn't want. Forgive me, the Fountain Pen World Studios are a startup, so we are not working with the most or with the best equipment available. So you can see here there is a cut, and this feed is an ebonite feed. But on the other hand, I have to say, this nib, or better, this feed, this plastic feed in the standard flex, in the flex nib unit, is not a simple plastic feed. I call it enhanced, because really it has a deeper and wider ink channel or ink slit where the ink can flow and keep up with the higher demand when flexing, ink demand when flexing. So what happened? I was very proud, but too fast when I did the nib swap, simply because the nib units here from Kanwrite are Jowo-threaded. And well, this is a nib unit from Hongdian. Better to say, let's say it's a Hongdian thread. So what I had to do was disassembling, taking apart the nib units and getting out from this plastic housing the nib and the feeder, and then put this nib and this feed into the Hongdian plastic housing. And immediately I remarked that this plastic housing has a smaller inside diameter than this plastic housing from which came from Kanwrite. Simply because, and this is my estimate, the Kanwrite feeders are bigger in dimension let's say standard feeders, also from Jowo. I'm coming to that in a moment. So what happened? First of all, I was very impressed. I was happy. The pen wrote, it flexed, everything was great. But after a few days, I found out that they were always hard starts, always skippings, and the ink, once I had to push ink down with the piston, the ink which flowed into the feeder was writing well, was doing a good job, but then the ink dried up and there was not enough ink flowing, or the ink flow was not enough. Oh, I said, okay, that doesn't work. I expected something like that, but I thought maybe I'm lucky. No, I wasn't lucky. My feeling was that I couldn't push in the nib and feed into the Hongdian housing up to the very end. So when looking to that nipple and to that nipple housing, plastic, I could clearly see that there was a gap. And that means also that there is a gap inside here, because this is a see-through, where we can see that there is a certain amount of air inside. And most probably that was the reason why the ink flow wasn't consistent any longer. And I said, okay, going back to my Leonardo Momento Zero, and put in the Kanwrite nib, put it back. Of course, that operation, first I had to disassemble the nib units from here, from the Hongdian, and I had to push in again the original feeder and nib into the housing, into the Jowo-threaded housing, which came originally from Hongdian, as you can see here. So, and now that was the part where everything went wrong. Yeah, nearly everything. I'm not sure if I can use this nib unit any longer. And simply because this has something to do with that plastic material. And once you have this in your hand, this housing, you can feel a difference between this plastic housing and this original Jowo housing. This material is better, maybe also softer. Maybe it gives a little bit when you push in and take out and pull out the nib and the feed from the housing. But here, nothing gives. And that is the reason there is only one way to push that in back. I'm not sure if you can see. I try to show you. This is the second nib, the Ultra Flex, with the same housing. I'm not sure if you can see. I would like to make it clearer. There is still a difference between how far the nib and feed can go into this housing. And here, maybe, yeah, you can see here, I hope so, that the upper part of the feet is clearly pressed in and closes with the housing. And here you can see there is a difference. And when I pushed in again, this feet and the nib, something happened bad. Something bad happened, and maybe you can see it, but no. The focus of the camera here in this area where the nipples are housed, or where the nipple is housed, there happened a crack. There was also a fine line crack here. Immediately when I tried to push in the feeder and the nib. So all in all, the reason why the swapping back to the Leonardo also didn't work was this housing. And my guess is this housing is made in India, and it was necessary to make it simply because the inside diameters of an original Jowo, inside, not outside. Outside is absolutely the same, sure. That's why it is called a Jowo unit. The inside diameter is larger here than here, because the feeder, Jowo feeder, standard feeder, are smaller than the Kanwrite feet. So it became necessary for Kanwrite to find a solution, and maybe for others as well, when they say Jowo units, but maybe this is not a real Jowo unit, it is just a housing which had been made with the dimensions for feeders with a different dimension. So all in all, it was very unpleasant to see the cracks. This crack here, the housing, is just a hairline. It is not really a crack so that ink flows out, but here ink flows out. And when I did the swap, first I didn't recognize that there was a crack. And when I put this in, suddenly I saw, after a few minutes, that ink was all over the converter. Especially when I stored it in an upright position, but also when I stored it in this position or even downwards, there were leaks. First I thought, my converter is broken. No, the converter wasn't broken. It was simply the leak which happened because of this cracked nipple part here. I would really like to make it more clear. Oh, suddenly, yeah, here is the crack. Here is the crack. Yeah, exactly here. I'm sorry, I can't show it better. So all in all, the conclusion is there is nothing wrong with the nib, and there is nothing wrong with the feet from Kanwrite. Absolutely not. These nibs are absolutely great. They are doing a great job. My mistake, I had to tinker around, put the nib and feet out of its housing, and it seems to be not designed for that issue. So my hope is soon I will get a S-Wine J16 piston filler, and when I put in this nib, I won't have a problem with a leaking converter, simply because it's a piston filler. So I don't need to care about that, and I hope this will work. Otherwise, I have to buy a new unit for $25 plus shipping fee and the usual import duties. Anyway, let me state it clearly again. Nothing wrong with this nib unit. The only thing is the plastic here of this Jowo-threaded housing is not the best quality. It's, yeah, how can I describe with my small available English words, and it's brittle somehow. I think the word is brittle. It cracks easily. I didn't know that. Now I know it, and I wanted to share this information with you. So nothing wrong with the Leonardo, nothing wrong with the Hongdian, something wrong with me because I want to tinker, and I wanted to save simply some money, and wanted to improve this gorgeous pen, well-writing pen, the EF nib. I put in the original EF nib. It wrote out of the box, out of the plastic bubble wrap. Excellent. No buffering, no additional buffering was needed. This is something I saw also with Majon nibs during the last year. The Chinese supplier of nibs, and I think there is only one or two companies, maybe one only, who is doing all the nibs for all the different brands. And I also guess that the only, maybe this is wrong, I really don't know, but the only manufacturing site will be Hero, and all these brands are either belonging to Hero or are working are really own brands, but the production will be done at Hero in Shanghai. But this is just a guess. I have no information about that. So yeah, I thought it was necessary to explain, to show, and also give a little hint what you can expect from these Kanwrite housings, what is possible and what can be possible. Maybe I am going to write to Kanwrite and ask them if they can send me another housing, an empty housing. But maybe they will answer that this might not be the best way, simply because the necessary swap might lead to another crack in the new housing. So there you have it. I hope this was informative, and I hope you are not dissatisfied with Kanwrite. as I said, the nibs are great. These flex nibs are really great at this price. And I think I made a mistake. I told you in my video about the flex nibs that this one is $45, the Ultra Flex. I think I was wrong. It is $39. And this is really a bargain, I think. And these titanium nibs are doing a great job, at least for me. And I'm not the greatest flexer. I'm not an artist. I'm using the flex possibilities in a, let's say, limited way. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching, and see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.